Hey everybody, Sean Holsinger here from holsingersflyshop.com. Time for another video. This time I'm changing up the format of my video a little bit. I figure I got like 225 videos in now. I think it's time to freshen it up a little bit. So I hope you like the new format to it. But what we're going to be tying today is a wet fly. This is a soft hackle. And we're going to use some electric wool, which I haven't used in a while in any of my videos, but it's perfect for wet flies. Normally I use it for streamers and stuff. If I want to make a nice big head on a streamer, it's great for that, but it's also great for wet flies, and I think we've been overlooking it. So let's take a look at some of the ones that I've tied using this, and you get to see how just mixing and matching the different colors, you can make a lot of nice looking flies. So check out these flies while I get ready to tie. Alright, the one we're going to tie on the video today is a blue-winged olive. And to tie the blue-winged olive, I'm going to be using two colors, and that would be the Angry Leprechaun and the Forestral Abyss. Jack Fields that makes these, the Live to Nymph line of electric wool, comes up with some really creative names. You saw I listed the different combinations there a second ago in the clips of the pictures that I had there, and got some really unique names there with all those colors. But we're going to get into tying this blue-winged olive and tying it on another thing that I'm going to show off today, and that's trotta hooks. And today we're going to be tying on the Altoona curvy hooks, okay? They are the scud style hooks. I like a little bit of turn even in my wet flies, and just gives it a little bit more lifelike look, I think. And if you're from the area here around the shop, you understand why it's called the Altoona Curvy. We have a local baseball team, local AA baseball team, Pittsburgh Pirate affiliate, named that. And here we go. We're going to start out on a size 14. We're going to start out with some brown thread. And I'm just going to wrap it on there. Get it started. And I'm keeping everything thin here. Just as all my tying lately has been, thin as in. And we're going to tie a piece of flash on. Now, notice I just started, to keep it thin, I just started and tied it on there. Then I'm going to tie it down as I go back, tie this flash down as I go back, just to keep the thin profile going. And we're going to tie it back to what would have been straight above the barb on this barbless hook. So there you can see, I actually went a little far, but that's not bad. And now, the next thing I'm going to do is add some of the Angry Leprechaun. And it doesn't take much. What we're doing is we're just going to, you'll see here, I'm just going to peel out a little bit and just going to dub it onto my thread, which, by the way, is 140 denier brown thread. You could use olive if you want for this olive fly. And now I always tend to put too much on here. You can see how thin I have it. That's what I want, okay? I want it thin like that. But what I mean is I make it too long. So we'll fix that when we get there. Now I'm just going to start wrapping it on at the butt there. And we're going to wrap it forward. And keeping it thin side by side. Now I'm up here about an eye length behind. And that's where I want to stop at, and I'm going to pull those off, and then I'm going to come back about 3 wraps, twist that back on to get it tight, and I really want to keep it thin right up in this area because I'm going to add a little bit of darker material. But next we're going to use this crystal flash to make a rib, and we're just going to rib that up there and make 2 or 3 wraps to tie that off. Now I'm going to come in with my Forestral Abyss electric wool, and this is going to take very, very little. Like I said, just enough to change the color of the thread. And this is just going to, I have about 1 inch to 1.5 inches on here on my thread of dubbing. Now I'm just going to cover this up, and I'm actually going to go back over just slightly because I want to make this just a hair bit bigger. Oops, there, you can see how it's just a little bit bigger. The front's a little bit bigger than the back. That's all I wanted to do. And I want to stop about an eye length or half an eye length back. Now I'm going to take a partridge feather, and you see I've stripped the fluff off the bottom. I'm going to grab the tip, peel it back from the tip here, and then I'm just going to tie this tip down. And I'm going to leave that tip on there sticking out because it helps to hold it in place. And actually, I'll put that on upside down. Wasn't paying attention. So I'm going to put it with the top side of the feather sticking up. And put about a couple wraps just to get it on there tight, so it holds in place. Like I said, I'm going to leave that tag hanging out for a minute. And it helps us to not pull through. And then we're just going to start like that. I broke it. I pulled a little bit too tight on placing it on there, so we're going to take that off. And we will just take and strip a couple feathers out there, just a couple fibers, you see, like that. When it happens, no big deal. You want this to be kind of thin anyway. So we're just going to hold that back on top here, tie it down again. There we go. And then we're going to start palmer this around again. And I'm going to start stripping the fibers back as I go to. So that's all you want, a good wrap and a half. You see how it doesn't take a lot of fibers, but it makes it look real buggy there. Now once I'm going to make about 3 wraps to tie that down. And then we're going to trim off a couple of these out front. And I'm just going to take my fingers, peel back, and make a nice smooth head here. And then whip finish. And you see how easy it is to tie that. It's a very simple fly, and it's a very effective fly. And with this dubbing, it comes in an array of different colors. So you can match a bunch of different patterns, like the sulfurs, March Browns, you name it, you can match it. So give this stuff a try here. I'm sure you're going to be pleased with it. Alright, you saw how easy it was to tie with that material, and I just wanted to show you that it's a multi-purpose. It's not just for streamers. You can use it for many things. Jack uses it for a lot of his nymphs. I use it for my wet flies. Don't be afraid to try it for your dry flies, because it dubs so fine that you can get a nice slim tapered body on a dry fly. It's perfect for it. It's a great product. We love carrying it in the shop. And also the other thing is these Trotta hooks. They're super sharp. They're really great hooks. I really like them. We've really been pushing them a lot in the shop lately. Give them a check out too. So please take the time. You're going to see a button coming up here. You're going to subscribe to my channel if you would. If you haven't already, I'd really appreciate that. And if you can, hit the thumbs up button. If you like watching this video and you want to see more like it, give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, everybody. I really enjoy bringing them to you. And until next time, I'm Sean Holsinger.